Good morning, everyone. Give us a minute to just file on stage. This is definitely a group win and a group celebration. So we needed as many members of our team up here to join us as possible. So it is such an honor to be here today celebrating our work at the Justice Center, as well as the work of our esteemed fellow Spark Prize recipients. We are so grateful to the Brooklyn Community Foundation for supporting our vision, for creating this platform to elevate the work that's being done throughout this borough, and for honoring us in such a meaningful way. This year we celebrate 19 years at the Red Hook Community Justice Center. That's nearly 2 decades of changing communities, changing systems, and changing lives. But the groundwork was laid long before we opened in the year 2000. And 2 of my colleagues who brought that dream to fruition are here today, so I want to take a moment to acknowledge them. Greg Berman and Adam Mansky from the Center for Court Innovation. Without their leadership and their vision, Red Hook would not be what it is today, and I would certainly not be standing here accepting this incredible honor. We stand at a unique moment in our city's history, faced with enormous challenges as well as opportunities. We face a public housing crisis, nowhere more acute than in Red Hook, home to Brooklyn's largest public housing development, where over 6,500 residents are living in conditions that amount to nearly $400 million in repair needs, ranging from mold to leaks, lead paint hazards, and faulty heating systems, just to name a few. Our dedicated staff members, like Marissa Williams, where you at, Marissa? From our Housing Resource Center, work tirelessly to educate residents on identifying health hazards and repair needs and navigating the housing authority and court systems. And our approach is working. In 2018 alone, our Housing Resource Center served over 1,200 households, empowering a record number of tenants to initiate their own legal actions against the housing authority to address these conditions. Residents like Miriam Lopez, whose ceiling and walls were caving in due to chronic leaks in her home last year. Our staff went out to Miriam's home, documented the damage, and guided her through the process until the repairs were made, and she could sleep at night knowing that she was safe. With support from the Spark Prize, we can invest in reaching even more residents just like Miriam. Residents who deserve access to resources, access to support, and most of all, access to justice. But despite these challenges, this is also a moment of tremendous hope and opportunity for us. Criminal justice reform is at the forefront of local and national conversations. In recent years in New York, we've seen an expansion of diversion programs, the movement to close Rikers, and the successful campaign to raise the age. The Justice Center works at the intersection of all of these movements, providing meaningful alternatives to the traditional justice system from the moment of arrest and even before, including programs that address underlying issues driving people into the system. Programs like peacemaking, which bring together people in conflict to heal relationships and repair harm in lieu of school suspension, expulsion, or arrest. Or our social services clinic, which links people to substance abuse and mental health treatment to break that cycle of incarceration. Or our youth court, where teens provide support to their peers who get into trouble rather than meting out punishment or judgment. Every day, our staff members, many of whom stand with me today, work to redefine what justice means for our community. And of course, this work is not just being done by our staff members alone, our program staff, but for 19 years, our presiding judge, Judge Alex Calabrese, has ensured that every individual who comes through our doors is treated as a member of our community with the same dignity and respect that each one of us would want for our loved ones and our neighbors. Through this model, we have managed to reduce the use of incarceration by more than 1/3, reduce recidivism, and improve trust in justice. But there's much more work to be done. And thanks to the Spark Prize, we are now one big step closer to achieving our vision of a more effective, more humane justice system that promotes safer and stronger communities for all. We look forward to using this spark to move that vision into a reality. Thank you all.